Hey guys, how's everyone doing? Thanks for stopping by my channel. Thanks for the interest, and thanks for being curious. Space is leaving us with many mysteries, many secrets that we're able to see now. On the surface of the moon, I found many structures. They look like buildings. Many shadows are not shadows, but dark objects instead on the surface. It's real. It really is real. There's no manipulation that I'm doing at all on these photos. I'm enhancing them. I am clarifying Trust me. And the way I'm doing it, I'm in the field of depth. Literally changing the field of depth. Meaning the way we're looking at that photo, we're looking at it overhead. While I'm showing and presenting ways where we can see it like we're on the surface, it changes the angles of the structures or whatever, the anomalies on the surface, and it permits us to see a side view, for example, of buildings. If you look at an overhead view of New York City online in photos and photography, depending on the height, you may not recognize your own town. But when you're down lower looking at a side view or an overhead offset field of depth view, it will give you a very far clearer vision and view of the surface, and in a different way, without manipulating, of course, the photo. So there's a lot going on, right? I'm waiting for the moon to come back so I can get that 14 out. I'm very anxious for that, and I'm very appreciative of the community, the people that raised that money. Now, you guys are very patient, and I so love you for it and appreciate it. The people that are commenting trash about me not using a 14, the worst of it is not even the contributors. The contributors that contributed to my channel have been there for me, and I love you guys for it so much. And I can't tell you guys this enough. I haven't taken enough time to just take the time to talk in the video and to thank you guys. It's overwhelming when you get here to the channel because people don't understand where to start. Well, you can start by the last video and retrograde back, just back up, or you could back up, I'd say about 50 to 60 videos and then move forward. We're advancing, and I'm getting clearer views of the surface. At the beginning, I found the big structures, and I thought they were buildings. They could be possibly buildings, but I'm seeing now that they're more platforms that have structures on top of them. So that ups the quantity of anomalies in buildings and or mechanical devices. I can't say it enough. There are not only buildings on the surface of the moon, there are also a lot of mechanical devices on the surface of the moon, what I believe.
Clavius crater at the back, the rampart part, the rim at the back where you can see a white ejecta-like objects. When we invert or change the light and the field, of course, we can see here the structuring, anomalies, objects, whatever it may be on the surface. This is right on top of the crater's edge of Clavius crater. Clavius crater looks so smooth. I was so attracted by Clavius crater for its smooth floor, what I thought. Once I zoomed up, the smoother the floors are being seen, the more structures are there. Hard to comprehend, but that's just what's going on. Now, these are bright spot areas. So they're areas that people never in general see underneath the veil. Lifting it gives us whatever this image is underneath. Of course, it's going to be lopsided a little, or how can I say, square edges can appear rounder a little bit. It's the same effect as someone being high up over Earth here. It's the same thing. And of course, whether there be atmospheric disturbance, there has to be some kind of atmospheric disturbance between us. I know the moon maybe not 400,000 kilometers away, but seems to me in space there could be some distance between any planet that has sort of an atmospheric disturbance. Connected objects on the surface of Clavius crater. You can see here, not far from Porter crater, all the craters that are lined up go from large to small in Clavius crater. Here at the back too, I'll be clarifying that up. But look at this mechanical device down there, or structures all connected. There's an assembly line. They're bringing objects or elements out from the center of the moon directly to the manufacturer and leaving. This is amazingly complex, and nobody's realizing it, and that's baffling me. We can see more of the puzzle pieces here, and especially don't forget you're looking at color. Why is the color emanating in only on certain objects or structures? That's because it's not atmospheric disturbance. It's because the objects actually have a color or haze over top of them. I think more or less structuring and not a haze. You know, the haze that we're seeing is probably why everything is blurry, most often even being zoomed up, or it's my technique. This, with a 4-inch telescope, was zoomed up close, and no denying this. Look how damn close we are, and look how clear the footage is. Notice the strands going over top of the craters. On the right there, the crater on top, you can see at the bottom, the strands. I don't believe this is ejecta. And they say that you'll see the structures coming up. The best proof are in natural photos. Look at the surface of this crater that's almost centered right now at the very bottom of it. More structures are on top of those tunnel paths or tunnel objects. Look at the bottom left right now. What do you think of that supposed ejecta line? It's a pipeline. There's lots of them. There's one going out of the crater here. The walls that we can see, massive like walls, could be also structures on the surface. We're seeing an overall beautiful surface view, proof that there are anomalies on the surface without manipulating any footage so that people will think, again, that I'm, enhancing or doing something to manipulate the photo. Aside from enhancing and adding contrast, and at times I can add hue, which is very often helpful to bring out other surface structures. Look on the left here, the crater that just appeared now. Look on the bottom of it. What is that? That's in no way ejecta. Those are built structures on the surface of the moon. There is no denying it. So what do you think of this? This is Archimedes' sidewall crater. What the hell is this? It looks like many support-like beams holding up some kind of an object. It's on the side of the crater, which means it would be coming the sideways outwards. And to the right of this one, what looks like a tower. Now, the tower that's in the center of Archimedes' crater, I usually show where the hole is like, it's not a hole. It's a tower, dark tower. We can't see it in this photo because I'm showing you the other tower. See that? It's there, Archimedes' crater in the side wall, sticking out these objects. Do they not look built to you? They look built to me. It most definitely are. Take a look at WSO YouTube channel and see what he's finding in the sky. Thank you very much to the anonymous donor who donated $20 to the fund for the observatory. Thank you very much and welcome to the community.